been far too long since I've been here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what? I'm not allowed to have this? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome back to the cave with the bearded Padawan. So, to start off Mom and I's venture, we went all the way through Ontario, past the mall, past Olive Garden, all the way to Target. So, as you guys remember, around Force Friday 2 of last year was when I encountered the soon-to-be known Rolf, my stuffed porg who makes noise. This is the same Target that we went to, so naturally I'm about to find some cool stuff. I originally intended on picking up Guardians of the Galaxy 1 because I have 2 that I got from Black Friday on Blu-ray, but even though the first one came out in 2014, the DVD of it is still $20. The DVD. Meanwhile, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 on DVD was $5 cheaper! Cut me some slack here, guys. Help me. However, as I had mentioned in some of my favorite films from 2017 I saw in the theater, there was one movie that did not make my list because I had made the list movie like a day or two right before seeing it, but that movie was Thor Ragnarok. So just as I was browsing through the Funko, I managed to find the common 240 of Thor, as well as one of the Target exclusives of Hela. And let me tell you, Kate Blanchett is hella fine as Hela. You guys can throw bricks at me later. No, but really, you know, Target sells pops at a really cheap price. I think usually like $8 or cheaper. So it was really nice picking these two up. I did manage to score a Last Jedi poster finally, like the big fancy one. You know what, I'll just put it in the graphic over here if I can remember or find it. If not, just use your imagination, but it's really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and move these over here because there's room. So we started backtracking, didn't really see anything at Best Buy that, you know, caught my eye. Which, Best Buy getting rid of all their CDs by July is a whole nother video that I will rant about because let me tell you, I'm pretty mad. I understand the reasons why they're pulling CDs, but that doesn't, you know, diffuse my rage. But again, that's a can of beans for another day. Moving right along, we started to backtrack and we stopped by Toys R Us really quick before going to the mall because, as many of you know, one of the ways I hang on to the really good memories of my dad is, you know, through the Star Wars stuff, through the Lego stuff that we used to do and whatnot. But there was one show in particular that we held sacred, even more than Star Wars. Fraggle Rock. Most people, when they hear the name Jim Henson, they immediately associate it with the Muppets. If you don't know what Fraggle Rock is, pause this, go watch episode 1 of Fraggle Rock, and come right back here, because I have here the Toys R Us exclusive Funko of Sprocket from Fraggle Rock. This thing just looks absolutely incredible. He was one of my favorite characters on the show. Also Doc's dog, which was kind of funny because I also called my dad Doc, being a professor. But what can I say? You know, it's really cool that, you know, after 35 years of existing, they're celebrating Fraggle Rock by making pops of them. I don't think I put it in one of my previous videos, but I do have the Funko of Gobo with a doozer, which is a shout out to my drummer Jeremiah, who graciously bought that for me as a late Christmas present. So Sprocket will be right at home next to him, which is kind of ironic because if you have seen the show, Sprocket does not care for Gobo too much. So Mom and I finally went across the street to the mall. I had 2 places in mind to go there, which you already know. Hot Topic and GameStop. So here's where things get a little wild. I go into Hot Topic and, you know, it's a very narrow shop, so it's probably about the dimensions of my room. So you'd walk in on this side and then have to walk all the way back to look at the pops. I see a little sign that says, buy one, get one 30% off. And this was apparently a whole store-wide deal. So I'm thinking, yes, I can get Pops a whole lot cheaper because Hot Topic tends to, up the price a little bit. So I go up to the counter with 2 Pops in hand. And the girl checking me out asks if I have a rewards or like membership account thing with them. And I'm like, yeah. So she asks for my email. Put it in. Nothing. So she's like, well, do you have a phone number with it? And I'm like, yeah, let's try that. So she puts in my cell phone number. And my name comes up. And immediately she picks up what's wrong with my account. As many of you know, I was an MVNU student. But the person that originally put my email into my account name put MBNU instead of a V. So she was very kind, changed that up for me. But because of this error, I never got an email that I got a $5 off coupon for my birthday last month. So you imagine my surprise when she informs me this and says, hey, this thing expires on the 15th. Do you want to use it? And I'm like, yeah. So not only do I get 30% off of a Pop, but I get $5 off. So in total, I basically bought one and got one free. That being said, since we've been on a roll with Thor so far, I managed to find the Hot Topic exclusive of Thor with his long hair. I cannot remember the guy's name to save my life right now, but it's the guy in the beginning of the movie that he kills and takes his, helmet or head or whatever, so he's holding that. Don't go on a witch hunt in the comments, yelling at me. I'm tired. I took a nap before this. But really stoked to have this to go with the common Thor as well as the Hela. And so for my second Pop, I recently rewatched Mad Max Fury Road. I absolutely love Tom Hardy, and I'm a very big fan of the kind of post-apocalyptic, dystopian type films. So naturally, I found a Pop of Max himself. It's a wonderful movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's, it just makes you think. I don't know why, but it makes you think. So I'm really stoked to have this one in the collection too. So I'm all giddy like a bag of chips and a box of ho-hos after this deal, so I go waddling out into the mall again. There's some weird fashion show thingy going on, so I waddle a little bit faster because I want to go to GameStop. So I make it to GameStop, kind of browsing around the Pops, not really seeing anything that screams at me. Chatting up the guy that's working at the time, kind of poking fun at the fashion show flea market type thingy that's going on. I don't know what it was. So I'm kind of walking around, and again, for whatever reason, it's the same reaction I had when I found that Sean Connery James Bond Pop at Toys R Us. But I had this gut instinct that was like,
go look at the Pops one more time.
So I did, and again, maybe I'm just going blind, but on eye level, pretty much like I'm looking directly at you right now, I look, and I see something that I had pretty much given up on because of how hot of an item it would be. The GameStop exclusive Super Sonic. The only one they had. Not only does this thing look fantastic, but as I was checking out, and I handed the guy my rewards card to scan and get points, lightning struck my brain. And as I went to put my rewards card back into my wallet, I remembered, hey dummy, you still have a little money on your gift card from your birthday. So I used it and got this sucker cheaper than it would have been. Again, GameStop is one of those places where if it's an exclusive, it's a little bit pricier. So I got this bad boy for under $10 instead of over, which was really cool, and really excited to add this with my Sonic the Hedgehog Pops. Now you're probably going to think this next stop is a little bit unusual, but Mom and I went to Kohl's. They have good pop culture t-shirts, and it's right next to Olive Garden, so what did I care? So Mom said that she had a coupon that was, I think, 30% off everything that you purchase. So I go over to all the kids' toys and nerd stuff, and what do I find? A solitary, lonely, single Justice League Batman. Now I know a lot of y'all probably hate the Justice League movie. Don't at me, I enjoyed it, but I'll acknowledge that it had some flaws. However, I just so happen to like Ben Affleck as Batman, so why wouldn't I want to get a pop of the Justice League Batman even cheaper? So this bad boy ended up being about $6, so it's a really nice little nifty addition to the DC pops that I have, since I've been lacking on those, as you can tell by the stack of Marvel stuff that's been accumulating lately. Okay, so Mom and I go over to Olive Garden. Pretty much the same deal as any other time. I do the create your own pasta option, the whole grain linguine with Asiago garlic alfredo
And grilled chicken.
which was delicious, I might add. So we figured we'd get out and stretch our legs one more time before making the trek home. Mom dropped me off at the Walmart while she went and looked at a dress shop. You can already guess that I found stuff. I'm just going to cut straight to this one. I walked out of there with the Walmart exclusive 261 of Star-Lord and his shirt, as well as the #1 Walmart exclusive, Mr. Monopoly. They had one of each of these guys, and I've never seen them before in my life, so I couldn't just abandon these poor guys there. Really excited on the Mr. Monopoly one, because that one was really cool. And again, Guardians 2, that movie speaks to me. So yeah, as you can tell, I had a pretty wild haul today. Now let's get to the stuff that you're really here for. As you may have seen on my social media, if you follow me on there, I decided I would, pick up something nerdy that I thought was cool and do a giveaway of it. Now, the way this is going to work is I'm going to put a full screen graphic up shortly. And you can screenshot the whole screen, you can crop it down just to the picture that I put up, that's fine, I don't care. The way this is going to work is you'll take this photo, whether you screenshot the whole screen or just the logo, doesn't matter. You'll take it, post it on Instagram, tag me in it at BeardBoyMike, and use the hashtag GrootGiveawayTBP. Now you're probably wondering, why are we going to use that hashtag? I'll show you why. By next Sunday evening, I'm going to be compiling all the names of the people that, do this post and share the hashtag. So make sure you get everything right so that I can get everything right so you'll have a fair chance. But on Monday of next week, I will be announcing the winner of the person who is going to receive this life-size accurate Walmart exclusive of Groot in his Ravager outfit. I picked one of these up a while ago, and he's standing on top of my movie shelf and just looks absolutely wonderful. And I figured, you know what? Let's spread a little joy and give one of these suckers away. So again, share this logo that pops up, my big ugly mug. Make sure and tag me in it at BeardBoyMike, that should be displayed right about here. And use the hashtag GrootGiveawayTBP. So again, I'll be announcing who gets this next Monday. Let's just say the close-off for that... You know what, let's make the close-off Saturday at noon, because then I can film in the afternoon and have everything prepped and ready. I know this sounds a little confusing, just follow the directions. I'm going to do one entry per person, so if you post it more than once, you're only getting counted for one. If you know someone that would be interested in winning this, feel free to share this video with them, explain what's going on. This is a really cool thing, and I might do some more giveaways later on, especially during the late spring and summer, with some stuff that's coming out. But I digress. Again, you can go back and watch the details on how to get this. And if you like what you've seen in this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, share it with your friends, and we'll see you right back here. I'm the Bearded Padawan, and may the Force be with you.